Hi, best friend. Right, so I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a very long time. But before we get into it, I want to tell you guys that I do understand privilege is a thing. I also want you to understand that I'm talking from a South African perspective. Also, these are just my opinions. It may not apply to everyone, and that's okay. I want to talk about building a foundation in your younger years, your 20s. I mean your 20s. That's where I feel you should build some sort of foundation. I remember one time this South African celebrity said something like, people waste their 20s and then wake up in their 30s and be shocked to have nothing to show for themselves, or something like that. I remember how she was dragged, but also I understand because she is what she is online. But people were so angry about that, as if she'd said something that was false or untrue. Sometimes it's not what is said, it's who says it. But I was quite alarmed at the backlash she got for saying that. I secretly felt like she made sense, but then I didn't voice my opinion. Especially on Twitter, you're gonna get dragged and stuff, so I didn't have the strength and the wisdom to actually be like, yeah, I get her. But anyway, she did say something like this, and it's something that I kind of get. I get 100%, but also I know that there's more to life than just your 20s. If it doesn't work out in your 20s, there's still your 30s. If it doesn't work out in your 30s, there's still your 40s. There's stories, there's unicorns though. It's not everyone who's gonna get to have that sort of story. And by wasting your 20s, I mean making decisions that you have it's not even mistakes as such, but going against every norm, just trying to be the unicorn, and then waking up later on to find that you actually did waste your time. I mean, in that sense. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes that you can ever make as a young person is decide not to go to school. Granted, maybe you are not gifted. I did say privilege and other factors play a role. Say you're not gifted, or there's no money. There's other factors that could lead to a person not going to school. I get that. But generally speaking, you need a certificate of sorts. You need something. I feel like it is a trend to say that school is not for me, or school is too hard for me, therefore I'm going to drop out. And I hear and see a lot of people doing that. And I always wonder, as a Black young person especially, when you drop out of school, what exactly do you plan on doing in the economy that we are in? What's your escape plan? Because we all need a plan. I don't come from a privileged family. So for me, say for example I didn't have school, I'm probably just projecting at this moment, but I would not have any other option than to work a job that would pay me, but also would not be enough at all. I would not have other options if I did not have a certificate that enabled me to escape South Africa for the years that I've escaped, to try and make a living that I feel comfortable with, that is still not very enough when I think of my dreams, but at least it's something. It's given me something. So when you say that you don't want to go to school and school's not for you, what is the plan? I feel like the decisions that we make in our younger years also lead to this. Mental health is a thing. It's real. I'm in therapy almost every Friday. I get it. I listen to stuff about mental health and stuff. But I feel like if you are depressed, for example, and then school is too hard for you, and then you leave school, you leave school and you don't come from a family that is going to be able to support you. So I'm talking about those people. I mean, I feel like you're gonna be more depressed as opposed to trying to stick it through. Sometimes it's not even that it's depression, it's just that school is really hard. You have to stick through. It's not going to be a walk at the park, you are going to have to apply yourself. It's hard. It's a system that is meant to break us. I don't know why it's okay, but it's just the way it is. So when you say that I'm too depressed, I'm choosing my mental health, and the romanticizing of mental health, yes, I'm going to say that, and making it seem like you are the only person who's ever been depressed, and your depression is just crippling you so much that you can't even wake up, but you have time for other things outside of just doing things that are productive. I feel like we need to think about such things. Yes, I'm depressed. Yes, I'm gonna get help. Yes, I'm gonna try to stick through with school. I've never really been depressed clinically, so I don't really know what that feels like, but I do feel like sometimes we do romanticize mental health, and I think we need to think about such things. Is that helping us as young people? Are you going to be able to build the foundation that you're meant to build, the life that you want theoretically? Are you going to be able to put it into practice with the attitude that you have, not wanting to see things through? I also feel like the way we go and the way we do things, we kind of don't want to take responsibility for anything. It's like you are the one, your parents are going to try, or you're going to get to school, for example, and then you decide, oh, well, I'm too depressed, I need to leave school, and then you decide to go back home. Now the people at home are supposed to be responsible for you, and that's just that. You demand for things to be given to you. People owe you. You are just a ship in this awful world where everyone is supposed to do things for you and make things happen for you. I hear people at 27 saying, my mom, my dad doesn't do anything for you, my brother, my sister. It's like, are we okay? Are you left the job that you had? Sometimes it's mental health issues, and then people leave jobs without a plan B, for example, or people leave school, and then people are supposed to be now bothered. It's bothersome if a person now is going to have to take from their salary that is not even enough in a lot of our cases to have to take care of you when you're not even trying to help out at home. You're moody, your mental health has to be understood. You are not helping out, you are difficult, people have to take care of you. There's no taking responsibility whatsoever. It's like, yes, I have mental health issues. Maybe leaving school was not the best thing. I'd love to go back. I'd love to atone for my bad decisions. No, it's like everyone hates me, the world hates me. I'm just the only one who doesn't hate me, yet I'm not doing the things that are supposed to be helping me in future. Make it make sense. And because of such attitudes, we end up having no foundation in our 20s. And by foundation, I don't even mean have money and stuff. No, go to school, get a qualification, start your small business. If you're starting a small, like, do something. It's not like you're just going to say you're going to have a list of things and then you're just going to look pretty and then take pictures and you never do anything. You want your boyfriend to take care of you, or your girlfriend, or your partner, if you, whatever gender you are, or however you identify. You want your mom and your dad to take care of you at 25, at 30. You just a Betty, you taking pictures, you are going on trips, or what, however you are living your life. There's no actual foundation, it's vibes, because your 20s are to be wasted, and then your 30s, that's when you focus. Okay. Having said all that, it's never going to be too late. You can always start. People get their degrees at 50, but I feel like you can spare yourself the pain of realizing maybe at 35 that, damn, I did really go out too much, end up not being able to finish my degree, or I did do blah, blah, blah. You fill in the blanks, whatever you do that might lead to you regretting years later. It's like some decisions we can control. We can have some sort of discipline and listen to people ahead of us instead of trying to act like we know how life works. When you're 20, 22, 25, 28, 30, you don't even know how life works. You kind of have an idea as you grow. Like in my age, you kind of starting to get it, but still, I can't claim that I know what life is like. So we don't want to wake up at 40 and be like, ooh, I should not have. Something to think about. Whatever decision that you make, whatever choices that you make, you always need to think about the future. What if I don't live long enough? But what if you do? You do need a foundation, like 101 foundation. Let's build on this is a module on building a foundation. Anything. If it's content creation, you start. If it's going to school with your content creation, really, I feel like go to school. You can do both. You don't need to not go to school because you want to be this big shot content creator. It might happen, it might not happen. Some things just unicorns. There's lots of unicorns. Online environment is huge right now, but also it doesn't mean that you'll be making money right away. You don't need to annoy, I'm going to use the word annoy your mom or stress your mom or your dad out for them to give you money while you try to do things when there's other options. Like build a foundation, go to school as a young person. If it's possible, please go to school. Anyway, I'm not judging, I'm just sharing my opinion on not wanting to go to school. It's kind of a dangerous decision. Go to school if you can. If you're thinking of dropping out of school because of mental health issues, maybe take a break. But saying that I'm never going back to school, school's not for me, it's too difficult and stuff. It's difficult for all of us, but we stick it through. We still try. You're not the only person who feels like school is not fair. Definitely is not fair, but you just need to try anyway. All right? I don't know. Your thoughts, you guys. Not judgments whatsoever, just what is in my heart.